Om Shanti. Welcome everyone. Today's topic is never give up. अगर आपको हिंदी में सुनना है तो आप जूम के अंदर इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑप्शन सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं जो मोर के अंदर ऑप्शंस में आएगा और वहाँ हिंदी लैंग्वेज सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. So today is a very interesting topic, and I would say that each and every one of us need to have this zeal or enthusiasm of not to give up. To most of the extent, I think we do not give up our dreams, our aspirations, but certain times you will find that sometimes people do give up, right? So let's see what are the tools where I can be so motivated, so inspired that I don't give up my dreams. So before we go into this session reflection, check yourself. Was there any moment in a life where I gave up? Scan your life and see whether was there any moment in life where you had to give up. So when do we give up? When we experience maybe repetitive failures, maybe at that time we give up, right? You give up when you feel that there is no hope that I can do it, then you give up, right? When you see yourself weak or low, then also you give up. And there could be many other reasons to give up. But life as such is to move forward, right? And so what it means is not to give up. And it is not physically, right, things, but it is more about internal or more about, it is spiritual, right? Many times you may have to give up the things externally. But when we talk about never give up, it is more inside, right? So, what I should never give up is my purpose, my peace, my comfort. Comfort in the sense where you feel comfortable, you feel valued by yourself, right? So never give up that. Never give up kindness. Never give up compassion, right? Never give up mm, your purpose in life, because this helps me to stay hopeful and to keep trying to reach to your destiny. And sometimes you do find that there are challenges. It's not easy hmm, to to find your purpose or to reach your destiny, right? But you will find that when you keep on trying, you come closer to your goal, and that is the foremost reason why I should never give up. You know very well the example of Thomas Alva Edison, right? Before he invented hmm, electric bulb, right? Electricity. How many times, how many attempts he made? It is said that he made 1,000 attempts, right? And then he was able to invent electricity, electric bulb. And when he was asked about his failures, that 1,000 times you tried and it didn't work, he said that how I came to know that which are the 1,000 ways which will not work, right? So how you say things makes a huge difference, and that is why he was never tired. He never gave up. That, oh, I tried one time, maybe 100 times, and so let me give it up. But he kept on trying, knowing that, oh, this did not work, so one less thing to try, right? And so I'm coming closer to my goal in a way. So understand that when there are failures which are coming, failures are nothing but stepping stone to reach to your goal, right? And I always say this, that can you find one individual who has been successful without any challenges? One person in this 8 billion human population, would you be able to find it? Right? Definitely no. Right? So we learn from failures, we move forward from failures. Because what failures do is that it gives you resilience, it makes you more determined, it makes you more courageous, it makes you more humble to forgive yourself, right? That failure has happened and it's okay. So you are able to digest that failure, right? So it it allows you to build a very kind, humble being, right? Otherwise, if you just reach your success, what will happen? Ego will come. But when you go through the failures and the challenges of life, it will make you more humble, right? You'll always see the tree, right? The tree with lot of fruits. You'll find that it is little bent, right? It shows humility, right? So when you have more fruits, you are more humble, more when you value your life, then you will become more humble. So So, like that, I can never give up. Whatever situations are, whatever circumstances I am in, whatever kind of people I live in, but live with a purpose and continue to move forward. Right? An example of a farmer putting a bamboo seeds in the ground, and he starts watering these seeds every single day, and 1 year passes by, nothing grows, but he still continues to water. Second year, also every day he started continuously watered that area, but still nothing came out of those seeds, nothing germinated. Still, he was patient, and the third year he said, okay, I will still continue to water every day the seeds. And still in third year also nothing comes up. Fourth year also he said he was determined, and he said, okay, let me just continue to water. So he watered every day again for the fourth year. Nothing came up. And the fifth year, still he decided the same thing, that I will water it every day. Continued to water. And in the fifth year, within few weeks, that bamboo tree was 80 feet long. Right? So, where there is patience, where there is consistency, you will always get results. And so, what was happening for last 4 years? The roots were getting stronger, so that the 80 feet bamboo can be up. Right? So, there are many lessons we have to learn from. We can learn from nature, we can learn from people, right? And when you hold that positive qualities within yourself, then results will come out, like in the example of a bamboo, right? So it's the same thing in life too, that in life you have to be very consistent. Whatever you think you want to do, continue doing that, and the results will come maybe little long later, right? You may have to wait for it. You have to have courage for it. You need to have patience. But all of these virtues really help you to become something which you wanted, right? But for that, these virtues are required, so that I don't become impatient. I don't give up, right? So, believing in yourself is very, very important. And not only believing, but then whatever you believe in, you consistently do it. And whatever you do, nothing goes waste. Nothing goes waste. As I was saying, failures becomes a stepping stone for success. In the same way, whatever comes in your life, failures come into your life, it comes for a reason. It will teach you some very important lesson in life, and so that you can move forward. Like, say, for example, a small boy, right? A, a toddler. right? Sees that everyone is walking and I'm not walking, right? And the toddler, hmm, he or she does is crawl, right? Because doesn't know how to walk. And so what the child does as he or she grows, becomes grown up, keeps more and more effort, attempt to walk, right, like others, sees that everyone else is walking except me. And how many times child falls before child learns how to walk? Many times, maybe 100 times, maybe 500 times, maybe 1,000 times, but gets up and again attempts to walk, isn't it? And then finally the child learns how to walk, right? The only good thing in this example is that the child doesn't know the language, right? Otherwise, there could be people who would discourage them, right? But the good thing is the child doesn't understand the language, and child only sees that everyone is able to walk and I am not. And so that determination to walk, I also want to walk, allows the child to learn how to walk. But in our real life, you will find challenges from many people, right? So one of the reason maybe people give up because you have fear. What if I fail? Or maybe what if people criticize me of what I'm doing, right? These kind of fear also doesn't allow me to continue to move forward, right? So all these things will come, but if I have a purpose in life, I know what I want to achieve in my life, and really with that authenticity, with that clean heart, if I perceive things, I can definitely be successful in whatever I decide, right? Only thing what I need to do is to have a courage, have that will that I want to do it. And when that mm, passion is there, that intensity is there, to I want to do it, I want to show it to myself that I can do it, you will see that it would be very easy to manifest. I will share you one beautiful story, a real story of a girl who was athletic, and she was part of state volleyball team, and very courageous, and she was traveling in train going from Lucknow to Delhi, and few 3 4 boys with a bad intention wanted to grab the golden chain which she was wearing, and being an athlete, and try to resist, that they don't take away my chain, and from a very mediocre family, she resisted that, and tried to save the chain, and in that they became more mad, these boys, and then ultimately after taking the chain, it was in the general compartment, everyone was watching, but these 4 or 5 boys, they threw her out of the train. And when she was thrown out of her train, she accidentally the other train was passing by on the other track. Hmm. And she hid to that another train and fell down. And when both the train passed by, she tried to get up with his hands, and she found out that her one leg was cut and another has many fractures. And she cried out for help, but it was night time and no one was there. And she was there whole night in that condition, in lot of pain. Only she was aware what is happening to the body, right? That's all. But she didn't had any courage to even get up or do anything else, because she spent all her energy shouting for an help. And in the morning, the village people came to know that this girl is lying, and then she was taken to the dispensary over there. There was not a hospital over there, and she was in lot of pain. And then when the doctor and the nurse who was there um, found that we cannot do anything, we cannot do a surgery, or we cannot cut her and make her better. So she heard that conversation. She was in a lot of pain. She told the doctor and the nurse that you are trying to help me here. I was in pain for the whole night, but now you are trying to help me. So even though you don't have anesthesia, you please go ahead. You can cut my leg and make it save my leg as much as you can. And for that blood was also required. And so doctor and the nurse, they had same blood group, and so they gave 1 unit of blood, and the surgery was done without anesthesia. And then people came to know that she is an state level volleyball team member. And so she was rushed to an AIMS hospital and all of that. And she came to know that now I will have an artificial leg I have to use on the one, and another had the metal leg. They put a metal rod in her on the right foot, and it took 6-8 months to recover. And she faced a lot of challenges. In that time, she decided that I want to climb Mount Everest to prove that I have that intention, I have that strength, I am that positive, that nothing has happened. And when she shared with other people, that those who can really help or coach her, they all said, "Are you crazy? People, those who are completely normal, cannot even climb Everest. You should forget having this kind of an aim." But then she met many different people, and one of the person who was a lady who understood where she's coming from, and found that she is really mentally very strong, and said, "Okay, I will help you in this task." And then the lady told that, "I will only believe, I can believe that you are very mentally strong and you can do this, but I want to see you in action." But she barely was recovering at that time. So instead of going home, she went directly to meet this lady who said that, "Yeah, I can come and meet you." So she went there. She told that this is what it is. And then she did that practical training, and in that also she was having, when she used to press the leg little bit harder, there was blood coming out because it was still not completely healed. But she was so determined. And then finally uh, she reached to the base camp, and which generally it takes hardly 15 20 minutes for people to walk. That much time she used to take 3 hours for that. And then she decided that no, I have to really walk, and with this group I want to walk number one. I should come number one. And then with that resilience and with that determination, she started working with herself. Mm, And she believed that whatever you decide, your body will start helping and cooperating with your ideology or with your thoughts. And so she decided that, and slowly and gradually she started like in those small groups or going to different levels. She was the number one who would go and reach to the destination. And people in that same group used to ask her jokingly that what do you eat, that you have that much stamina, and they have real legs, and this one has one artificial leg and one has a metal rod, and still she is able to do it. So long story short, then she was very close to the Mount Everest peak, right? It is called Everest Summit and South Pole Summit, and that was a place where the ice is blue or ice is green, and over there even the oxygen level is so low, so many people die, and generally they have to walk at night. And she was saying that when we had a headlight on our forehead, mm, I have seen many dead bodies, and I was walking, and then one thought it was like, okay, will I be able to make it? And this is very scary. But again, she told herself that no, I want to climb the Mount Everest because whatever people have left their life, I want to repay that by climbing that and coming back alive. And with that determination, she went forward. Even the coach who was there along with her said that don't go now because your oxygen level is less. Still, she said that no, this is not very far to my goal, and so let me just climb it. And she climbed and reached to the goal. And she also told that, okay, take my photograph. If I tell someone that, oh, I have climbed it, they will not believe it, knowing that I have one artificial leg. And so she took photograph, and then she came down, right? So you can see that something which is practically impossible, she made it possible, and her name is Arunima Sinha, right? So if you have that kind of determination, commitment to yourself, anything is possible, right? She never gave up, right? Otherwise, she would have given up and had just had a very normal life and could have a job and earn a living and live a life, right? But she didn't decided that. She wanted to prove herself, right? And she went beyond and above everything. People who didn't believe in her, she made it possible, right? So challenges do come. People may not believe you, but if you believe in yourself, if you are committed to yourself, then there is nothing which cannot allow you to reach your goal. And so, with this, I want to conclude here so that we can go to the meditation reflection, that please never give up. Whatever the situation is, whatever the circumstances are, but believe in yourself and always try. Try your best, right? It is always said that if you cannot fly, you run. If you cannot run, you walk. If you cannot walk, you crawl. But do something so that you can move forward. And there is fun, there is enthusiasm, there is joy in moving forward. And so never give up, whatever the circumstances are. And that belief, if you carry with you at every moment, then you can make impossible task possible. Okay, with this, let's go into reflection. Om Shanti. Sit comfortably. Become aware of your sitting position and relax yourself. Make sure your back is straight, feet grounded, and arms in relaxed position. Become aware that I am not the body, but I am a divine, powerful being. For a few moments, let me just be with my true self. Let me connect to my core. Let me tap into my inner self. I am a peaceful, loveful, powerful being. I have this quiet place in which I feel safe and comfortable. This quiet corner is where I heal myself, make myself more stronger. I am powerful than the circumstances. I never give up on kindness. give up on compassion. I never give up on myself. I am courageous and I am determined to reach to my goal. I have my purpose in life. And to serve my purpose, I put all my thoughts and energy into it. I now know that failures are events in life. By going through it, I learn lessons of life. I become more mature. I become more compassionate. Failures in life allows me to stay humble. Never give up means staying always optimistic. Seeing life as half glass full and not half glass empty. I see myself with respect and dignity. I have patience. I also have faith in myself. Believing in self helps me to stay hopeful. I, the soul, am connected to the divine soul God. And being the child of the Supreme, I receive enormous power and unlimited virtues. Experience God as an ocean of love, and I, the soul, am experiencing rays of love falling upon me, nurturing me, caressing me. I feel very fortunate and blessed. In the company of divine, I'm able to see myself in my true nature of peace, kindness, and compassion. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Any questions anyone has, then you can put it in the chat window. Okay, looks like there are no questions. So thank you very much for joining, and see you again next Tuesday for another experiential meditation session. Okay, until then, okay, good
Thank you so
night.
much. It was
Thank
very
you.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gives us
Thank
good
you.
listen. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Bhai, thank you.
Om
Um,
Shanti.
Thank you, Om Shanti.